Hello and welcome. Today I want to talk about something slightly unique again, and that has to do with formatting of AI responses and pasting them, copying, pasting them into whatever uh, other content you're trying to create. So it's not anything mind blowing, but at the same time, it's definitely useful. I've already done all of this using AI. So to save time, I'm just going to show you the outputs to see what the results are. So I basically played with both ChatGPT and Claude and in doing this test, and the results are pretty different in terms of what it does and how it does it. So I'll just go right into it without further delay. We're looking at a Google Doc where I took initially the content from ChatGPT, and when I got done prompting it for just giving me a short review for a movie I just watched called The Sunset Limited, it gave me a response that looked kind of like this. Let's look at it a little bit bigger view. You can see we have these asterisks here, and the original text actually had italics. So what it's doing is when you click on copy, once they generate the response, there's a little copy icon. When you click on that copy icon at the bottom of the response, it'll copy the content, but it'll make everything in what they call markdown. So for example, single star means it's supposed to be italics. But when you simply use the copy and then you paste it into your document, this is what it looks like. And obviously it's not italics, and obviously it's got some characters that you may not want to see, but that's what it does. However, if you're using a manual copy and paste, where you just simply grab the text and drag it as you normally would select something, and then you do copy, and then you paste it wherever you want to paste it, then it comes out looking like this. So that first line, which is supposed to be italic, is actually italic, but just, both of these things are regular paste. But in this case, it was pasted by highlighting it manually, copying, and then pasting it, Control C, Control V. This one was selected by clicking on their copy icon and then using Control V to paste it. And you can see the difference in the results. Regular text looks the same, but formatted text definitely only looks proper here in the second example. Then I asked it to do a more elaborate formatting and again use the copy icon. This is when everything is completely off the rails. As you can see, we have the triple hashtags, we have the asterisk, we have the dashes. I mean, it looks dramatically different than the original that ChatGPT actually shows. And again, this is just markdown. There's nothing wrong with it per se, but if you don't want that kind of output, then you don't want to be using their copy icon. What you want to do is use the manual copy and paste, and then that same result here that looks like this turns out looking like this. You can see we got some things in larger size and bold and italic. We have bullet points properly identified with some bold text and everything. So dramatically different from looking at this. It's exactly the same output, but you can see it looks much, much better and totally ready to be used. As long as the content is what you want, it's basically ready to be used as is without any changes. Some people make a mistake in actually pasting this into their either profiles online or something else. It's a dead giveaway that this was written by AI. Anybody who knows anything about AI will know this is AI generated. Obviously, if you do something like this, then it doesn't look necessarily like AI. One other thing that you might want to do is prompt it to eliminate colons. AI seems to put these colons everywhere, and that's another kind of dead giveaway. This is AI. So if you don't want that to be the case, change the colons to periods or dashes or something, be different, or change it so it doesn't even have these little headings, depending how you want to show it. But the bottom line is, if you want to make it look so it doesn't look like something AI generated, which is what this is, then as a minimum, you just use the regular copy and paste, and then it'll look like this. If we look at another example, this is now using Claude. All the other ones were ChatGPT. If I use the copy icon to copy, you can see that it puts extra lines in there. It puts dashes instead of bullet points. I mean, it looks terrible in terms of formatting, in my opinion. If you use manual copy and paste here, just like we did above, then it looks much better in terms of formatting. Your lines are not spaced out too much. Bullet points are shown properly. So again, doing manual copy and paste is much, much nicer. Then if we look at the more elaborate copy, example using the copy icon, again, looks terrible. All kinds of spacing. You have, again, double hashtags. You have the double asterisk. I mean, it looks bad if you look at it as a piece of text. But if you do a copy and paste manually, as you can imagine, it looks much better. But the only problem here that you need to be careful with is when you're copying manually by just selecting and highlighting like that, keep in mind it'll actually copy everything that's on the screen. So in case here, it actually kind of screwed up because this whole part here was supposed to be on a black background. That's just the way Claude generated it. So it tried to mimic it, but it didn't do a very good job pasting it the same way. It also has a button at the top of the window that says copy. So it actually copied the word copy directly into here, which obviously isn't something I wanted to have. So it doesn't do in Claude, it doesn't do as good a job when you manually highlight and copy, but the rest of it looks pretty good. It's got the bullet points, it's got the numbers, it's got the boldface, all of that stuff looks the way it's supposed to look. So the moral of this whole thing is this, that if you're going to be copying information from AI, use manual selection of the text you're trying to copy and then paste that. Do not use their copy icon unless you want to deal with all this extra formatting that typically people don't want to see. That's it. Until next time, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Please like and share if you like it. And if you don't like it, just simply share. And until next time, I'm still Oleg. Take care.